Well, stocha to school me brush the film tra arist skill bug finier finier to my own fianna fado. Agus film cool. Agus Oisín I díar na nóg. Tá sé cosú in gréad an dána so chu tíar na nóg, díar mé an versahána. Tá tíar na nóg chúlan tírálan sí na chéile. Nú céide chus ag siúlan slí gan bróga ortha a léine, gan béal na tocan a bhil. Ach fásan coch ag achtaín sa tír seo sí na chéile. Agus láta tanga ag chúlan tí na chéit an ala fésa. Tá sé siúl sa slí.
Well, I think Irishness is a togetherness that is probably not known anywhere else in the world. Probably through hard times of we're being probably put under the thumb by other areas that a fighting spirit developed, and it's probably unique to any other place in the world. And for the amount of people that have immigrated, they have brought that fighting spirit with them, and that will to win and to conquer all the things that have been negative towards them in life. And it also brings a great part of faith, which was a big part of their belief. And I think it's hard to be taken from anybody who has ever traveled the world to see what people think about being Irish is, and important what it is to them to live what their grandparents or parents have taught them about what Ireland is about. Well, the GA as a whole is based in every community, especially in Kerry, and they're all over the country. It is a total link outside of the church that the GA has a link to every parish in this county. It brings people home every weekend to go playing with their clubs, which would be lost in the big cities. It also gives you parish recognition, where it gives you an identity from where you're from within that county, and it's not in any other sport anywhere, even in this country, in any other sport with soccer or rugby or anything, that the parish is a vital part of community life, and the GA is a part of that community. Growing up, there was a belief within your own club structures that you will always be better than the parish next door to you. And I suppose that's where that fighting ability, I suppose, came with about the challenges that were thrown towards you, which was a major challenge in life too, because there's obstacles thrown in front of you. And the GA has probably nurtured more than any other sport that there's nothing impossible in life, and it has shown that above in the north with the problems they had. It has shown through the country when Ireland was only at the birth of its nation, that the GA was the actual, I suppose, the back room of all good things that was good. In Kerry, there was, during the Civil War in Kerry, there was actually football actually brought together two warring factions between the army and the IRA. You had the Sheehies and you had the Brosnans, who were both on the Kerry senior team at the time, and one was in the army, and the other half was in the IRA. And every weekend there was a ceasefire, and they all came in to go playing with the same jersey with Kerry at that period of time, and it quelled all the kind of the negativity that was going on at the time. And the GA was the big, what's the word I'm looking for? It was the common factor that got this country going at a poor time in our history. Well, I suppose everybody is born into an area, and there's a GA club in every area, and within that area, everybody will be brought up on a Saturday morning when they're starting off up to the local GA club. They'll go to school, and they'll meet between football, hurling, and whatever angle or part of the country you're living, which is more important to your club at the area. You're fed into it at an early age, where all the other sports are probably new. Some of them are newer down this part of the country, like soccer probably in the 70s. You're talking about rugby in the last, since it became professional, that has become more and more to be seen down here, but to be quite honest about it, the GAA is everywhere down here. GAA is a part of the fabric of life in Killarney.
I think Irishness is a fierce, strong, proud tradition that Irish people have of themselves, going back probably thousands of years. There's, I suppose, the one thing that's always said about Irish people is that they're a friendly lot and a hard-working lot. And I think that's said down the years is that a true Irishman is a redhead. I was redhead once upon a time, but they're fierce proud of their Irishness, and they're known throughout the world for it. As a fluent Irish speaker, do I feel? Yeah, I would. Again, it would depend on the situation where you might find yourself like, but seeing that we're in the Gaeltacht, in the heart of the Gaeltacht here in Prosty Fiún Trá, I would speak the Irish language every day, in business and in conversation with local people, and then in the evenings when we go training to the football club back in Gollers, all training and all talk is in Irish. So I would feel comfortable speaking it. Indeed, a lot of Irish speakers are obsessed with it, and I think maybe that's a bad thing in a sense. I think everything should be in graduation, rather than, not have too much of anything. Some people get carried away with it, and they may refuse, even if there's an English-speaking person that hasn't got any Irish in the company, they'll still insist speaking Irish, which I think is not a nice thing. It can be picked up. Irish can be picked up quite easily in conversation, like, rather than in writing. I think the way forward always is to converse. Writing and grammar and all that takes a very poor second place, but I think if you can speak the language, it's half the battle. And a lot of people are helpful in that, but you have the other side as well, that there is a certain element who are obsessed with the Irish language. Ach, ní féidir faici eile by Irish. Well, the thing that I suppose the Gaeltacht would be the big one there. People living in the west coast of Ireland and down to Ring and Waterford would be all the big Gaeltacht areas, and that's where you have the real Gaelgoers. And people from the outside would associate, anytime they come to the Gaeltacht, they'd associate people of the Gaeltacht as being the real genuine article. So that's what I would say, that the people living in the Gaeltacht would be the Gaelgoers. Yeah.
Cobh has a very prominent role in emigration. It was the principal port of emigration for the majority of people who were leaving Ireland. From the time of the famine in the 1840s right up until the 1940s, about 6 million people would have left from various points throughout the town. And they would have come from all over Ireland to leave, to go to Australia, America or Canada, being the three most popular places, I suppose. And the reason why Cobh became so prominent was its railroad, or its rail connection to Cork City and beyond. I think, in my opinion anyway, Irishness it's a sense of togetherness, no matter where you are in the world. I think it's always a sense of family and a sense of pitching in to help others. And I think that can be seen throughout the world today with the Irish diaspora that has spread, particularly in America. I suppose we all become a bit Irish around St. Patrick's Day, and it's just something that has lasted, which has probably stood to us as a race throughout the years. I suppose the main one is that we would be quite a laid-back race, or easygoing, and I think that our sense of crack, we're always up for the crack, and up for a good time and willing to pitch in and help out. That's probably the main thing.
I Ag fágin tíarna ógan son ag tablín an dáin, raibí raigus dearmid scéalbeag meolid ó sin agus ag dulgadí tíarna óg. Hasig an giléir cébé ó sin. Bach le fiún na cúla bethe. Agus bhí sé héin agus na féanam a lása. Sarm gur buint móna vidar. Agus a chéarda le nach wacha ó sin capal bán chuige. Agus bán rion brean áidir a gapal. Agus stop sí agus vidar a caint agus nach hit sé an ráile hins lom díach. Agus íra sí gá an iaslis dulgadí tíarna ógan na teanta. Agus ní chií sé an darna bolta mé léim sé dáidir ar a gapal tepéige. Agus a bhéló bhí tíarna óg. Agus cadé mar haimime bhí i tíarna óg. Agad a réan sa típla vidar, og så er det en omtid for den egen tímpel i stærga prostil i spårlestorm. Agus an påni drøkta, agus vi bært tassna djálta. Agus det sjette var, vi kjenner oss der downer, vi kjenner her fra kvarten, vi kjenner landjala hisser og drag i Chile. Og vi døsson landjala djerne dog til vi styrte den omtid. Agus kan det bare selv vi gavn i årsyn. Selv ultagavad. Jag sé man lást í agus an rod mé an dríocht mé alle tíarna óg tí chu sé riomh í umpa sé riomhsteach na seanine. Bhí sé óg gánaí sin éh fágat tíarna ógla. Ach nach chaite rodda tís tíchéad blian. Bhí sé an feic tíchéad blian as bhí sé fásna in leide óg nach bhfuil an beortach bailid an homesickness. Tís tíchéad chuidige sin is. Agus dúirt sé le níomh a bhean. Agus dúirt sé le probiarm dúirt sé meachta bhile feic tamlín thuidir fiún agus na fian ar fad. Agus dheach sí agus dúirt sé well fút féin a háis. Ach rud a bhain má hen tú eis go héan bhí sé ráta na legaid de chosríomh is chéan na héan má legaid bed in de handene right away. Agus bes chaite, beg dolan kann er techt chillert. So jálse die nach dik sé chos is chéan her. Agus weiles was sé pony og ní ponyban, vi ponyban fósan, vi sé fós og tiskut tjarna nóga behe. Agus den jettevain bundar mach agus så go hosa kon te Kilmontaine handre sechadús. Agus den jettevain við den lendi að gera í. Hir lisboiler is nach lindi stargain. Ta fyrst að striki í dýrachansan. Agus við dýni gobidan so de fyrir mjóri að tjóla gobidan. Sælgur mach í björgli agus henni fyrir is svona fað við sjette kosti í nort. Agus við molan mór kloch. Karig mór. Agus við dýrige hógið til machas að dalaf chun talab míni an dan basti við sé. Vi seachtain na hochtar anas díar an lábin echar ar glochas vi ó sín í fechantar. Agus vi trúg ar hóibh. Agus chu sé sús clihadach leis a molán cloch. Agus chu sé lá písfe. Vi sé fós an áidir bóni. Agus chu sé lá písfe molán cloch. Agus sús leis agus sísach luch leis róláin agus na fyrir bjódi. Hier dat is relatief. Agus kan de hitbach. Dat hit je nog zo'n body. Hoe zeg je naar heren? Agus hij bestikt door sekindi. Wie zijn de handen? Agus kan je geen spotten. Als je hem skills, maar haar bier aan bier. Als je hem kom naar kappen. Als je skill, ozien, agus idiot naar de oog.